everyone, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Billy.
And this is Camper. And we want to welcome you to our channel, Time to Go. We're working on a series right now on a trip that we took from Florida to Utah. We visited 9 national parks, and we want to do a video on each of the parks and the fun places that we visited.
And our first stop is going to be Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas.
So on the way up from Florida, we stopped in northern Mississippi at a Corps of Engineers park. And if you've ever stayed at a Corps of Engineer park, you know that they're super nice and it's just a convenient one-night stop.
Yeah, very affordable. It's cost us $18 to stay there for the night with hookups. So.
And as you see, it's really pretty. It's right on the water. We had an awesome sunset. And then early the next morning, we headed out on our final trek to Hot Springs. Hot Springs. Ready? So if you watched our first overview video, we told how we were able to get reservations inside 8 of the 9 national parks that we visited. And Hot Springs was really not on the original itinerary, but we were able to get 2 nights by getting 2 different spots.
Yes. We stayed at Gulpha Gorge campground.
Inside the park.
Inside the park, so which is kind of cool. It's pretty nice. So.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Smoky Mountains. I don't know if you've ever been to the Smoky Mountains. Lots of trees. There was a little running brook stream behind our campsite.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Morning. Ready for a day in Hot Springs? Let's do it. Quick breakfast, and then it's going to be time to go. We are headed down to the park's historic Bathhouse Row, a stretch of 8 historical bathhouses developed between 1892 and 1923, when elegant bathhouses were built for therapeutic and social bathing using the mineral-rich thermal waters of the natural hot springs. Today, one of the bathhouses is the visitor center and museum for the park, and 2 of them are working spas. We're going to start at the visitor center. There's the visitor center and the Fortis bathhouse. Three floors plus a basement. You ready?
Yeah. Morning.
Got it. The Fortis Bathhouse is the crown jewel of Bathhouse Row. Inside, every room has been beautifully restored, from the marble bathing areas to the massage rooms, gymnasium, and grand stained glass skylight. As you walk through the building, you can almost imagine the sounds of water running, attendants bustling around, and the visitors relaxing between treatments. Displays and exhibits explain how people once came from all over the country to experience the healing hot springs. Can we get in there?
Nope.
So we just toured the Fortis Museum, all 3 floors. What did you think?
It's pretty impressive, really. Back in the day, back 40 years ago.
Definitely a good place to start a day in Hot Springs. Tells you what it's all about. There's that little movie that tells you the history of how all this started and tells you all about the springs. So you can come into the Buck staff and you get the same treatment that they've been giving since 1912. They've never closed. So that's what you do. You get in those tubs, you can get a massage. The historic Army and Navy Hospital sits high above Hot Springs, just a block from Bathhouse Row. It once served as a major military hospital that used the famous thermal waters for healing. After more than a century of service, the buildings were finally closed in 2019, and today the huge complex stands empty, overlooking the town. It's lunch.
Lunchtime.
So just to make sure we're not missing anything, here's the activity checklist. And the things to do, you got to take a picture, check, and explore Bathhouse Row, check, drink the spring water, that's on the agenda for this afternoon, and embark on a hike. We are planning to embark on the hike later this afternoon. Something short. As you see, there are a lot of trails. You can even go from the campground and take various trails through here. Our camping neighbors said it took about 45 minutes, and you can hike down to Bathhouse Row, which will be fun to do. You don't have to worry about going down there and parking, but they say that there is a lot of elevation, ups and downs, so it's not an easy hike. We're not going to have time for that, so we're just going to take one of these shorter hikes that go out of the campground later. So Hot Springs is the hometown of President Bill Clinton. I found this at the Arkansas Welcome Center, and I thought it was real interesting. They have places around town with addresses that you can go to and see where he lived, his early childhood home, and then there's one for his later years. So we may try to go find those houses and just look at them for fun. You ready to go, camper? You couldn't go with us this morning. He's ready to go exploring. Rising above the trees on the highest point in the park is Hot Springs Mountain Tower. This 216-foot steel structure gives incredible panoramic views of the surrounding mountains, the city of Hot Springs, and Bathhouse Row below. An elevator takes you to the observation decks, where you can see for miles in every direction. It's one of the best places in the park to get a true sense of the landscape. I don't think doggies are allowed, but they were just nice and let us bring them, because they knew we wouldn't put him down. A mini museum about the area's natural, cultural, and park history awaits at the top. A timeline of events is especially helpful in understanding the history of the springs and the formation of the national park. And that's from that hospital that we saw. Yeah. So how was it?
That was fun.
That was fun. I'm glad we did it.
Wasn't as scary as I thought it would be.
We didn't go on the outside.
No, we didn't go on the outside.
Just stayed on the enclosed part.
But we
The
can see.
tip-top floor has no enclosure. It's pretty though. Let's go get some mineral water from the spigot.
We're anti-fluoride now for sure. Me and my wife, we don't clean body.
Comes out of there fast. Now we're back in the campground, and it's time to take that hike.
Let's go. Come on.
Here we go. This is not hot springs. This is freezing water. Can't believe these people are getting wet. Camper's so tired. So the first stop on our afternoon excursion is going to be the childhood home of President Bill Clinton. That's where he lived from 1954 to 61, and it's only 7 minutes from the campground. Camper's excited.
Turn left.
Took some maneuvering, but this is the back side of the house. It's not marked. We didn't see it. So we finally found the front of the house. And there's the address right there, 1011 Park Avenue. Now we're off to find his next home. Next is his later boyhood home, 213 Scully. Okay, we finally found his second home. Boyhood home of President Bill Clinton, 213 Scully. So they lived here from 61 to 64, and he would have been 15 to 18 years old. Cool. So we're here at the Veterans Memorial Military Park in Hot Springs. And when we decided to come to Hot Springs, I really wanted to come see this statue of fallen Navy SEAL Adambrown. I read his book several years ago. He had a really great story, and sadly he died in the line of duty. It took a while for us to find this park, but we finally found it.
It's not even daylight yet. It's almost 6 o'clock. What do you hear?
Okay. We drank the spring water. We embarked on a hike. Guess we can go now.
Let's do it.
So that was our Hot Springs adventure. We have 8 more national parks to go.
So in our next stop will be Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado.
So please subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.